What's good, y'all? It's the one and only King Cal 516, live in the mix, and this is the Switch Flames podcast. Will Kawhi Leonard win the NBA championship with the LA Clippers? We're going to dive into that, but before we do, please check out the website, www.switchflames.com. Hit us up on Twitter at Switch Flames, and definitely check out the Facebook and YouTube page at Switch Flames Podcast. So will Kawhi Leonard win a championship with the LA Clippers? This past offseason, we know Kawhi signed a 4-year deal. He opted out and signed a 4-year deal worth about $176 million. And so, basically, this question is kind of referencing for the next 4 years, will the Clippers win an NBA championship? Can Kawhi bring the Clippers their first NBA championship? So, I'm going to start off by saying this. I believe Kawhi Leonard, right now, I know he's hurt, and I know he's probably not going to play this season. So, we're going to say that this season's probably a wash. And so now we're talking about the next 3 seasons after this, because most likely Kawhi's going to be out the whole season. So I don't expect the Clippers to be a contender this year. But when Kawhi's healthy, we do know he's one of the best players in the league. You can consider him top 5. Some might consider him top 3. There's a few out there that consider him number 1. And there's a few out there that consider him even number 2. Wherever you place Kawhi, most people will say he's a top 5 player in the league right now as it stands. So my take is always, when you have a top 5 player in the league, they give you the best chance of winning an NBA championship. If you can get one of the top 5 players in the league, you're definitely in the contention. You know what I mean? So whoever you put in the top 5, I guarantee you that you consider their team a contender when those guys are healthy. No matter who it is, no matter who you throw out there, KD, Giannis, Bron, whoever you want to throw out there, whoever you consider your top 5, a lot of times those guys, to me, when you have a true top 5 talent, whatever team they're on, are definitely title contenders, because talent matters in this league, in the NBA. And so I believe the Clippers will be challengers. But here's my opinion. Moving forward with Kawhi Leonard, I do not trust his knees. I mean, he's had knee issues for a lot of his career. But now with this injury again, having that kind of issue to the knees. And let's just even recall a couple seasons ago when he won the title with Toronto. You got to remember, Kawhi was hopping all along those playoffs. He was limping. So he got out and he got the championship. A lot of people think that with KD being hurt, that helped him. And then Klay Thompson get hurt. Absolutely. But like I always say, it is what it is. You only can face what's in front of you. It's not Kawhi or the Raptors' fault that Golden State got hurt. It's just survival of the fittest. But if you notice Kawhi during that playoff run with the Raptors when they won the title, he was limping in a large portion of those playoffs. So he was battling, is what I'm trying to say. And so moving forward, you will only have to believe load management, that definitely some form of load management is going to be key and go into play. This past season, Kawhi seemed to try to knock the naysayers, and he played through a lot more. And that injury, let's just be real, it was kind of like a fluke injury, because he bumped knees with another player while he was running. You know what I mean? But Kawhi Leonard seems a little bit fragile as far as those knees. And I think that's a big deal to watch. Now, I think the Clippers, regardless, are going to be competitive, because they still have Paul George and Kawhi. And I believe those guys will play at an elite level. But I do not think the way the team is presently constructed right now that they're going to be a championship winning team. I think it's a team that's established right now that will fall short of winning the championship. I think they need to make another big move. You know what I mean? Maybe they can get that move in place this season while Kawhi is not playing. But if they can't, moving into next year, I will look for them to definitely do a move where to get a legitimate third elite scoring option. Because now with these teams maneuvering the way they're doing, such as the Nets and the Lakers, you're going to need an extra little bit of firepower come playoff time. You know what I mean? Because these great top 5 players, if you have them on your team, they kind of cancel each other out with production. So it's everything else you have around those guys that's going to be important when they go head to head with other top 5 talents. That's just my opinion. So right now, as presently constructed, I do not believe the Clippers have enough right now to win it all. Actually, this past season was their best season to win it. If Kawhi doesn't go down, I think the Clippers would have had a great chance to win it this year. This was probably last season was probably one of their best chances to win it. All jokes aside, and the fact that they couldn't take advantage of it. I mean, unfortunate circumstances with Kawhi's injury, but I do not believe it gets easier from here. I'm not knocking the team. I think they can get to a couple of conference finals, but I don't even see them making a championship unless they change up the team a little bit. So they have time to do it, and I believe they do have a great front office making some good moves, and so do not think that this Clipper team will stand pat. I do believe this Clipper team is looking to get a legitimate third star to kind of rival what Brooklyn is doing, kind of rival what the Lakers are doing, and even rival kind of what the Bucks are doing. So because the Bucks have a decent 1, 2, 3 option. You know what I mean? And so the Clippers, you know what I mean? I think they got a lot of things going for them. I think they got an owner who wants to win. So I think they got the right things in place to make something happen. But once again, as present constructed, I do not think they have enough. Some of you guys might disagree with me. If you do, hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you agree or disagree. What do you think about the Clippers? Do you think Kawhi Leonard is going to win a title in the next 4 years with the LA Clippers? Do you trust Kawhi's knees to hold up? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate you guys for your support. If you want to donate to the podcast, hit up the Cash App, $KingCal516. It's in the description. Till next time, peace.